back. My name is India and I happen to read a lot, and this is a slightly different video. This is my second time where you are seeing my screen. Today we are going to be doing a live reaction to the Goodreads Choice Awards 2025 long list. My friend Morgan texted me this morning and was like, oh, the Goodreads long list has come out, it looks all right. And I went, Brill, I'm gonna check it out. And then it suddenly hit me like a ton of bricks. I've always wanted to do one of those live reactions because I love watching them myself. So join me today as you witness my honest to God reaction for the Goodreads Choice Awards. Very specifically for me, the Goodreads Choice Awards and I don't really agree. I calculated last year, I read 7 of the books on all the long lists last year. It was 9, and then I remembered 2 of those were for debut author book of the year, and I had read 2 of those because they were included in other long lists. So actually, I only read 7 last year. I own a lot. I'm just not very good at reading new releases. So we shall see. Last year was very good though, because they did the Romantasy category instead of just putting it all in the fantasy category. And that meant Sarah J Maas didn't win fantasy for the first time in a long time. And I was grateful for it. Sorry, I needed to get that off my chest. Okay, I just did. So we're going to start off with fiction. Before we get properly into it, we're going to start off with fiction. I'm going to mention to you all the books that I've read, all the books that I've owned, and then if there's any on that category that I've read and I enjoyed, I will vote for it. I am not the kind of person that will just vote for it because I like the author. I am not the kind of person that will vote for it just because I've read it. I have to have read it and genuinely enjoyed it, and then I will vote for it. So yeah, I think I voted for 1 for historical fiction last year, 1 for fiction, 1 for crime, and then I didn't read anything for romance. Actually, the only book that was on the romance list from last year, I read in September of this year. So now that that's kind of all established, let's jump in and look at these awards and hope that I have read some of them. Okay, so we're starting off with fiction. Already I can just tell I have not read any of these. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. So we've got A Guardian and a Thief, The Girls Who Grew Big. What's also quite interesting is I'm a bookseller, so I live and breathe books, both outside of work, in work, all the time. Obviously, the Goodreads is an American award, so it's quite interesting when you view this in the fact that this is obviously a very American award. So I'll go and be like, what are these bloody books? I've never heard of these. It's an American award, not a UK award. So we have Cursed Daughters by Ian Braithwaite. I have read her crime book, My Sister's Serial Killer. I kind of thought this was a crime book as well. That's on me, but I haven't read it yet. Frederick Backman, My Friends. I'll be honest with you, I think this book already is probably going to win. Frederick Backman, My Friends, I'm feeling confident that that's going to be the winner. What do we have? Ocean Vuong, Jojo Moyes, Dream Counts. That's Loneliness of Sonia and Sunny. The Names is super, super popular where I work. Everybody is loving The Names. I still think Frederick Backman's going to win that. That's my theory. I probably should have also established we're also going to guess which one I think is going to win. I definitely think Frederick Backman's My Friends is going to win. Right now, though, my count, we're going to make a note. Right now, we're on 0 books read. So nothing, I've read none of these for fiction. Not a great start. Moving on, historical fiction. I tend to read more historical fiction, so let's go. Here we go. I'm not feeling confident. Oh, I'm not feeling confident. Oh, God. Every year I tune into these fucking Goodreads Choice Awards, and I just haven't read any books. I don't think... I'm on 99 books this year? What even are they? I've not read them. Right, keep going down. Okay, no. Taylor Jenkins Reid, I think, we'll be honest, between you and me, it's normally a popularity competition. It's normally a popularity contest. So I see Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'm going to assume she's going to win. What else do we have? Wow. I read 1 fiction book last year and I read 1 historical fiction, and right now we're 0 for 0. Not looking good. Not looking good. Your Honour, my chosen one is going to be that Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid is going to win. Right, mystery and thriller. I'm feeling confident about mystery and thriller. Last year I only read 1 mystery and thriller. I think this is the year that's going to change. This is the year that's going to change. I'm going to have read more than 1 mystery and thriller. Starting off first The Impossible Fortune. I own this. I am currently reading an S.A. Cosby. I'm reading All the Sinners Bleed. It's very good. Not surprised to see a Frida McFadden. I mean, we're just selling Frida McFadden out of our eyeballs at work, so yep. Oh, another Frida McFadden. I'm going to put this to the docket, actually. I don't think you should have more than one book by an author on this long list, because I'm pretty adamant that Frida McFadden also had 2 books last year. Right now, we're really not doing great, though. Okay. Oh, I've not read Not Quite Dead Yet. God's sake. I want to. I requested a copy from the publisher and I didn't get one, and then I just read other things. I'm 3 Frida McFadden! 3 Frida McFadden. Frida has a chokehold on everybody this year. My God. This is not looking good. What's it? Yeah, so right now, I also read one mystery. This is really not looking good. Right, romance. Romance will be better. We all know within the last 2 years I've been reading more romance. So let's give this a go. Starting off first, Spiral. Spiral is on there. I read that this year. It was really fucking good. Everybody should read Belcabra. What else do we have? Okay, King of Envy, not surprised. 2 Ali Hazelwood. Everything else kind of expected. Right, well, at least we can vote for one. And I will say, romance is really hard. I think romance is really, really hard. But I am going to go and put my vote to Spiral by Belcabra. It's a really, really good... Oh my God, it's just so incredibly good. Like, the whole series is so good. Okay, well, at least that's one. So that's 1. And I don't think I've read any of the others. I tried to read Anna Huang. Didn't work. I don't think I've read any of these... No. Now we've got Romantasy. Let's see how we fare with Romantasy. I notoriously don't read that much Romantasy. So right now we've only got 1 book on this shortlist that I've read. Romantasy. First up, Alchemize. Alchemize is going to win. Your Honour, that's what I'm putting on the docket. Right now, Alchemize is going to win. What else do we have? Oh, I've read A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. Slade. Come on, that's 1. Right now we're on 2. Woo, woo, woo. What else do we have? Onyx Storm. The Night and the Moth I own, haven't read yet. Wild Reverence I own, haven't read yet. Right, well, Your Honour, I am going to put a vote for The Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping because I did enjoy it. There we go. You got my vote, Sangu Mandana. Yeah, I want to read Wild Reverence. I do want to read the Ali Hazelwood Bridemate books because I've realised I am an Ali Hazelwood fan. I own The Night and the Moth. It's actually on my 26 books to read before I turn 26, and will most likely be in the 26 books to read in 2026. It's complicated, I won't bore you with that. There you go. Right, fantasy. Now, last year, for Romantasy and fantasy, I read 0, which is why I did for a period of time. I tried to read as many of those long-listed books as I can, and then it failed because I had way too many books I needed to read. So I'm feeling hopeful that maybe fantasy this year is where it's at. Let's go. Already nervous. Okay. The Everlasting, I haven't got round to reading it yet. The Drop of Corruption, I've read The Tainted Cup and it's so good. I just haven't had time to read A Drop of Corruption. I own Hemlock and Silver. Again, I just haven't got round to reading it yet. I read Catabasis, and I do think it's good to a certain extent. I had some issues with it. I literally have just got the strength of a few. The Devils I own and the Raven Scholar I own. Okay, this is the exact same thing as last time, where I own all these books. I just haven't got round to reading them yet. Catabasis is probably... I'm feeling confident that Catabasis is going to win, just because it's the most popular, I think, out of all of these. And I did like what she did. But I didn't... I had so many... Do you know what? I'm going to give it a vote. Do you know what? Fuck it. Take my vote. Take my vote, Rebecca. Now we're going to science fiction. Now, science fiction is not going to look good. I read 0 science fiction last year, and I think we're going to be 0 science fiction this year. Because I just don't read that many sci-fi books. The Dream Hotel, I own. I own this. It's on the list. And that's it. And that's it. And that's all we need to know. We're going to move on. Horror. I've been reading a lot more horror this year. I don't think I've read any new horror, though. So we are still on 3. Right, here we go. The Lamb. Haven't read. Oh, God. Bat-Eater! I read Bat-Eater and it's so good. Oh, and then there's Hunger Stone. I read Hunger Stone. Why the fuck would you do this to me? On the 2 books I own. Ugh. I would say I think Bat Eater is a better horror than Hungerstone. I think Hungerstone, if it was like and I own the possession of Albert Diaz. Your Honour, I'm going to vote for Bat Eater. Bat Eater, I read, it was like the last book that I read last year, and it was genuinely really good. And I think as horror books go, I think Bat Eater is better as a horror. Hungerstone is good. Hungerstone is very, very good. It's probably going to make it to my top 10, top 20 books of the year. But I think that Bat Eater, just for horror, is better. Debut novel, come on. Debut novel, I technically read 2, but that was for fiction and historical fiction. And this year I've not read any of those. So I'm not feeling too good. And no, we move on. Moving on. Audiobook. I've not listened to any of these books. What? Moving on. Young adult fantasy and sci-fi. Right. I read 0 last year. 0. So we'll see. I'm not feeling too confident. Language of Dragons. I did read and it was very good. Oh, Fearless is probably going to win, isn't it? Anyway, House of Sapphire, Oathbound, Heavenly Tyrant, I haven't read. Oh, Sunrise on the Motherfucking Reaping is going to win, isn't it? And I'll be honest with you guys, it was good, but I was expecting way better. Now that the hype has died down. I'm looking forward to the movie, though. So Sunrise on the Reaping is going to win. I'm going to put my vote for A Language of Dragons because it's actually really good, and it's probably the only dragon book that I was interested in. What was the other one? 2. So right now we're on 7. But yeah, that's what I'm going to say. I think Sunrise on the Reaping, I just can't read it. I just can't vote for it. Everybody's going to vote for it. A Language of Dragons has done it's a really, really good dragon book. It's so good. Right, next category, young adult fiction. Not feeling confident about this. Last year I read 3, which shocked me because I'm obviously more of a fantasy reader, but we'll see. No. Moving on. Non-fiction. I read 1 non-fiction book last year, which was Want by Gillian Anderson. I just don't think we're going to do well this year. No. Memoir. I've not read memoirs. Oh, God. I think Raising Hair should win, though. Just straight up. Oh, see, I own The House of My Mother. I own this. I haven't read it yet. I think I had to wait for some time before I read it, you know? Then we have History and Biography. Now, I've read quite a bit of History and Biography. It's whether this has reached the likes of the Goodreads team, you know? And it hasn't. And there we go. Like last year, I'm like for like 7. And I voted for romance, romantasy, fantasy, horror, and young adult, and sci-fi. That is crazy. Every year I think, because it's always what gets me, is it always gets me in the fantasy section because I own The Strength of the Few. I own The Everlasting. I own Hemlock and Silver. I own A Drop of Corruption. I own The Raven Scholar. I own The Devils. I own The Society of Unknowable Objects. Have I read any of them? No. No, I haven't. For God's sake, India. But anyway, that's it. So what are they saying? The final round will be November 25th and the winners announced on December 4th. We will do another video where I react to the winners. I'm not going to do the shortlist voting, but I will do another video where I react to the winners. Let me know your thoughts on these books, whether you liked what was chosen, whether you didn't like what was chosen. I had confidence going into this year and Goodreads told me to shut up. And clearly I've got a lot of reading to do.